I'd like to welcome Nespresso Club members and Evening Standard readers to today's inspirational breakfast event as part of Nespresso's Mattino Moment series.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Maurice Mullen, and I head up fashion and luxury goods on the Evening Standard and ES magazine. I'm delighted on behalf of Nespresso and the Evening Standard to invite you to this, the third and final of the Mattino Moments breakfast events. Now, whether, like me, you're a Londoner by adoption or whether you're a native, I think we can all acknowledge the need to have, in this busy, busy city, a little bit of quiet and peace in our day. So that is why the clever people at Nespresso have come up with the idea of sitting down, being calm, and indulging yourself in some of their very fine products. The one that you're sampling this morning is Linizio Lungo Grand Cru. I'd like to introduce you to someone who is a bit of a legend in the world of fashion and luxury goods. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, may I introduce from Liberty, Mr. Ed Bustell.
Morning, morning, morning.
Ed, drawing on your fashion career, I mean, obviously there are a lot of early starts. Would you describe yourself as a morning person?
It's a joke around the office that I'm really not fit for humans until I've had about a pot of coffee. But I do grab time for myself in the morning. You know, you can imagine, like when I hit that office, I have to be on. You know, it's one meeting after another. You know, the phone doesn't stop. I have an open door policy. That means somebody's in and out. I take an hour in the morning. I put the coffee on, and I write my lists. I prioritize my day. Right. It's actually quite centering, and because I am an early riser.
What is it that you've brought to Liberties that now makes it so special and so successful?
Well, you know, I do say that it's, you know, one of the last great emporiums of its kind left on Earth. I mean, everything that we do with integrity, but we do it with a liberty point of view. And the first thing that we think about is what's the store's DNA?
Yes.
And how does that come across in the merchandise selection and then ultimately the shopping experience?
If you had to pick a single moment from your fashion career that was memorable and potentially inspiring, what would that be?
Everyone knows MAC Cosmetics, right? I mean, they're huge around the world, but there never was a face. There was never a face associated with the brand. So, you know, so we threw the big event. Every editor in town was there, you know, shoulder to shoulder, every single one of them, waiting to see who the face was going to be. You know, big drum roll, and down from 4 flights from the atrium descends or was lowered. You know, one of the most famous or infamous drag queens in New York. It was an inspiring moment. Because it was a brand that was true to their own DNA. You know, the same way Liberty's true to a DNA. If you have that and you can play with it a little bit, it's really, really powerful. And this was very, very successful.
Fantastic. What a great, amazing story. We're going to open the debate up to the floor, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to put up your hand if you have a question for Ed.
What would your personal aspiration be for Liberties over the next 5 to 10 years? What will it look like? What will it feel like?
World domination.
A little more specific.
Yeah, we certainly have our eye on online. You know, that's not finite. You know, that's starting to get some real traction as well. You know, so when you look at it, there are several different revenue streams that you can work on. You can work on the store, you can work on online, you know, and then you can work on the development of a Liberty of London brand. You know, we have certain categories that we do really well ourselves. You know, so we'll continue to grow those. You know, and then we'll see if we're going to add others to it. Again, it'll be a testing process, slowly and organically. Let the customer tell you. You know, but if they tell you you have a hit on your hands, then a certain category might be able to travel around the world.
So thank you very, very much for being here. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you've been inspired by it. There will be highlights of Ed's talk available on the Mattino Moments Facebook page, so you can check out his wise musings there. So it only remains for me once again to thank you and to ask you to enjoy another coffee on behalf of Nespresso, and to thank Mr. Burstell.
Thank you. Now I've shared my moments of inspiration. Now tell us what inspires you.